Hello and welcome to more Penny Dreadful. So we got a really spicy one today. I've been working on this for a while and I'm very excited about it. And I think you can tell by looking at it that it is a brew. So today we are building around Collected Conjuring. It's a card I love, and it says exile the top 6 cards of your library, and you may cast 2 sorcery spells, not instant and sorcery, just sorcery, from among them with converted mana cost 3 or less. And then you put the rest on the bottom in a random order. So it is very restrictive. You have to be playing sorceries. But they just printed like a lot of cool sorceries like Beligud Recovery, and there's a lot of new cards from rotation like Hymn to Tourach that I think potentially make this deck actually good and worth playing. So the first one I'm going to talk about is Beligud Recovery. It's a land that's also a spell, and the spell gets back any card from your graveyard. So you could do something really cool like play this early, return it with a bounce land. Oh, we'll get to that synergy in a second with bounce lands, but play this early, return it with a bounce land, and then get back like a Collected Conjuring. Or like play Collected Conjuring, hitting like Slagstorm, Beligud Recovery, getting back another Collected Conjuring, and just keep going. So this card really helps because you're basically able to hit lands with Collected Conjuring, which is so sweet. And then we just have like all these awesome sorceries like Vindicate. Imagine you spend 4 mana, you get Vindicate and Slagstorm. You like kill a land, destroy all their creatures, and they're like, or like Hymn to Tourach Slagstorm is so backbreaking. So this card has some really insane hits in this deck. We also have pieces of the puzzle. So reveal the top 5 cards of your library, put up to 2 instant or sorcery cards into your hand. And this card's pretty cool because normally it's kind of a drawback that it can only hit instant and sorceries, but because we now have instant and sorceries that are also lands, this can basically get anything we want because it can grab lands and spells. So like this card is awesome. It's mostly going to be digging for Conjuring, but it's just a really good card draw spell in this case. It's like a double anticipate. And then we get to our main mana engine. Summer Bloom is legal and Explore. So both of these say you can play extra lands, and we're running 8 bounce lands. So if you go like Explore into Is It Boilerworks, you can like play the Boilerworks and then play the land you return. So you just get like a soul land. So it lets us get a ton of mana very quickly in bursts. Summer Bloom is absurd. You get 3 additional lands. So if you play this turn 2, I think you have like 6 mana on turn 3 or something like that, maybe 7. So it's very good with bounce lands, and it's very good with spell lands because you could do something like play one of these spell lands and then bounce it and then kill a creature with the spell. So we got a lot of cool synergies going on with this deck. And then Vivid Lands can help us actually cast all of our mana. If you notice, we don't have any enters the battlefield untapped lands. Kind of a downside, but with the mana base this ambitious, we really want to make sure we can cast Spike Field Hazard and Chain Lightning turn 1 to make sure we don't die. So we kind of have to run Vivid Lands because we really want to go Chain Lightning turn 1, or I guess turn 2, and then Explore on turn 3. And really the only way to make that work while also being able to cast Hymn to Tourach is with Vivid Lands. But we can also reset those with bounce lands. So there's a lot of cool things going on here. And then you're wondering what the win condition is. It is Praetor's Grasp. So you search target opponent's library for a card and exile it face down. And then you can cast it for as long as it remains exiled. So we have Vivid Lands. We can cast any spell in the game, except for Colorless. But that's pretty rare. Anyway, basically any spell in the game we can cast. So Praetor's Grasp, you can either use this to get cards out of their deck so they deck because we have Clear the Mind. So we shuffled our graveyard back in. So like basically the game plan is to hit them with Hymn to Tourach and Vindicate over and over and over again until they have no cards in hand and no lands in play. And then we shuffle our deck back and then we just have a bunch of Vindicates. And then we can start Praetor's Grasping their deck for win conditions if we want to win quickly, or we could just start exiling cards from their deck to win slowly. Both are pretty awesome to me. That's the main deck. And timely reinforcements to make sure we don't die. Most of the stuff is game 1, making sure we don't die to creature decks. And we have 1 Ondu Inversion. It's a land you can play early that in the late game we can just like play an Is It Boilerworks and then just get this awesome board wipe. So I don't know, maybe I should be running more, but 1 felt good for now. Onto the sideboard. So the main things we're trying to beat out of the sideboard is like decks with counter spells and burn. Burn's kind of a problem. So we have 2 timely reinforcements. We're going to bring this in a lot of matchups. Like any deck that's aggressive, we'll bring it in. Approach of the Second Sun is there if we need an alternate win condition. Because one thing opponents can do is bring in Graveyard Hate. So like if you just go like approach, pieces of the puzzle approach, it's a pretty easy way to win. What else do we got? Discard for like Delver, we got 2 Duress, 2 Agonizing Remorse. This exiles. Again, the whole point of this deck is to like get our opponent's win conditions out of the deck. We have one Sadistic Sacrament, so this can be hit off company, and you can then pay the kicker. And if you pay the kicker, you exile 15 cards from an opponent's library. So against combo decks, we're going to bring in like Sacrament, the other Praetor's Grasp, and all this discard to hopefully just get their combo pieces out of their deck. Against creature decks, we have Flaying Tendrils. So this is kind of important against Dredge, where they bring in the Ghoul or whatever. So this can exile creatures that enter, and then another Slagstorm, and then 3 Ingress Rampage. Planeswalkers could be an issue, so this helps with that. And I think the artifact deck is around, and if they're playing creatures that are bigger than Slagstorm, we'll bring this in too. Anyway, that's the deck. I'm very interested to see how this does in a league, so we're just going to run it. See you guys there. Ooh, good catch. I just went to check the legality of cards, and Simic Growth Chamber is not legal in Penny Dreadful right now, so I replaced it with 1 Golgari Rot Farm. Sorry about that. Sometimes you assume like if you see a bunch of bounce lands that are legal, they all are, but Penny Dreadful is a bit weird that like mana fixing is asymmetric sometimes just due to pricing. So we're running Rot Farm instead of Simic Growth Chamber. All right, we're playing against J Mecha. I believe this person makes like good Penny Dreadful content. I'll link their stuff in the description. I think they're a streamer and they make YouTube videos as well. So this will be an interesting match. You might be able to see it from both sides. They say good luck. I'm on the draw. I'm going to keep this hand. I don't love it. It's pretty slow, but it does have all of our mana. And by that I mean we have a Vivid Land. Maybe I should be mulliganing to Explore, but with double Chain Lightning, it feels like we're okay against creature decks. Uh-oh. they know what's up. Oh, goodness. I hate when this happens. Okay. Detecting, Probe, and Ponder. That's probably like the most common turn 1 start from this format. I feel like against Delver we might be okay if we can kill their early creatures. The problem is if they have like a lot of counter magic, dealing with... Ooh, Polygon Recovery is good. So we're going to lead on Vivid Marsh. It probably doesn't matter. They're all Vivid lands. But yeah, if they don't have too many counter spells, we might be able to win. Blue-Black Delver is a bit sketchier, though. Ransack the Lab. Interesting. So they might be playing Delve with like Treasure Cruise and big creatures. I like it so far. We play Vivid Grove, just in case we draw Explore. And, oh, is this Storm? I think we're dead if this is Storm, but they have no idea what they're playing against. So that's a good sign. I think this has to be Storm. Yeah, okay. So we're playing in Storm. Unfortunate that I might die to my own favorite cards, but we'll see what happens here. I did not know Storm was legal. Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual I think are both legal though, so might have to try this out after this. Opponent goes Cabal Ritual. Storm count is like 4 or 5. Another Frantic Search. So opponent discarded Frantic Inventory. That tells me they're probably dead. Or I'm probably dead, because that's a good card draw spell. Yeah, they have Treasure Cruise. Dark Ritual, so they're up to 6 mana and 3 cards in hand. 10 mana, 2 cards in hand. Peer Through Depths with 1 card left. Basically means if they have Tendrils. Ooh, Treasure Cruise means I'm probably dead. Yeah, this deck looks really nice. I'm definitely going to try that next. Treasure Cruise. Okay, they're casting Ponder, so they don't have Tendrils yet, at least. And they're also out of blue mana. They whiffed? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That was my dream. Okay, we're just gonna go Vivid Marsh pass. I think it's a Praetor's Grasp to their Tendrils. I might win without casting a single spell. We'll see what happens. They don't do anything. Alright, let's hope they cannot counter my Praetor's Grasp. Do I want to cast better pieces of the puzzle? I think the Grasp. We're gonna try and take advantage of them not having the Storm kill. So they have 2 Tendrils in their deck. Brainstorm, Frantic Search, Tendrils, Ransack the Lab, Peer Through Depths, Mastermind's Acquisition. Part of me wants to take the Acquisition, but I can just grab Tendrils. I'll just take Acquisition, I guess, because I can grab Sadistic Sacrament from there, and that'll be pretty good. Then we're going to play Golgari Rot Farm, bouncing Vivid Marsh. And then I'm going to Mastermind's Acquisition for Sadistic Sacrament. And then I'm going to exile 2 Tendrils and the other one. Or I guess just 2 Tendrils, yeah. Is this card revealed? Exile it face down, so they don't know what I took. Okay. So let's just cast this. We're going to grab Sacrament, play Vivid Marsh, pass turn. Discard a Chain Lightning, I guess, or Slagstorm. So I think this J Mecha has to try and go for it here, because they're going to get sacramented out of the game. They grab Ponder. Yeah, I mean, they just have to go for it here. We'll see if they can get up enough Storm. That would be really rough if their last card is like Treasure Cruise into Tendrils. They drew Master... Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not good. So they have 2 of those in their deck, I guess. Well, they got 1 card. It's got to be Treasure Cruise. I'm trying to think what they could have here. I'm actually really scared now. Okay, so Treasure Cruise. They still need a lot to go right to be able to kill me from here, though. Come on, please don't kill me. I can't. No. I want to sacrament your tendrils. So if they have Frantic Search into Tendrils... Oh, I'm not dead. Unless their top card is Tendrils of Agony. Because Sadistic Sacrament cannot hit their hand. How did they ponder? They shuffled with Ponder. Okay. I can F6 through the Tendrils trigger. So I'm not dead, I'm at 2. Very scary. Bolliged Recovery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I guess we're just going to Sadistic Sacrament them and hope that they don't have any Tendrils. Okay, Tendrils is gone. I don't think any of the rest of these matter. Frantic Inventory is gone. So I think they have no way to win the game anymore. But I guess we'll find out. We'll play our Boilerworks, Bouncing the Grove. Pass turn. So if they have a card in hand that kills me, so be it. But they're out of Tendrils in deck, and I don't think they have any way to get cards back from their graveyard. Nice, we did it. Okay. That was quite the game. Bring in Duress, bring in Agonizing Remorse, bring in more Sacraments. Do I want to approach? It does gain me life, so we get rid of Ondu Inversion. Slag Storm doesn't do anything. Ingress Rampage doesn't do anything. Chain Lightning is a win condition. I'm trying to think of like what can be better than Chain Lightning. I guess I'll keep Ondu Inversion because it's at least a land, which I like, which is better than most Chain Lightnings. Timely Reinforcements. That can gain me life if they whiffed. I definitely want this other Praetor's Grasp in the deck. So we get rid of Chain Lightning. And then I just have a bunch of Vindicates to deal with problematic permanents. That seems okay. I don't think the Timely Reinforcements are going to do anything. Maybe I want 1 Chain Lightning instead of a Reinforcements. That seems okay. We'll run it like that. Oh wow. I wish I could take a picture of this hand. We're not going to keep it, but it is quite hilarious actually. I will keep this one. It has a lot of things I would like. Clear the Mind I don't want just yet. That's just there to make sure I don't deck out. Golgari Rot Farm. We're going to lead on Vivid Meadow. Trying to set up for an Explorer. I really want to Pelakka Predation them as soon as possible. Or we'll just kill that, I guess. I see. So they have a transformative sideboard. So we're going to cast, kill that for red. That's the beauty of lands that are spells. Then we can Rot Farm back our Vivid Meadow. Setting up for Explore next turn. And they don't do anything. I mean, I guess they're not going to be doing anything. Ooh, Summer Bloom. I guess Summer Bloom makes a good bit of sense. No, we'll Explore. I can Summer Bloom if I hit more bounce lands or whatever. We get to go Vivid Marsh, Vivid Meadow. Pass turn. I wonder what opponent's thinking right now. Like, what even is this deck? And I don't blame them. I would be thinking the exact same thing. So I kind of want to... it's hard. I can Predation to deal with their hand, or I can Pieces of the Puzzle to try and hit Sadistic Sacrament. They did End of Turn Brainstorm, and they're probably going to Peer Through Depths, or Frantic Inventory. Okay. I think I'm going to try and take their Treasure Cruise. Ooh, Praetor's Grasp is also pretty good, but... yeah, we'll take a card from their hand. They Frantic Inventory in response. I don't know. They Frantic Search and Tendrils. How likely is it that I can... I feel like I want to take Frantic Search because their hand is actually not that great. And then they have Ponder, Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, and Tendrils. If I take Tendrils, then they have to find another one. This is actually very challenging. I get to Praetor's Grasp, and I get to Pieces of the Puzzle. I think... I guess I just take Tendrils. With the hope that I can Praetor's Grasp for Tendrils and like limit their win conditions. Because I think now that, as far as I can tell, they probably have like 3 left in their deck. And opponent casts Ponder. Let's see if they kept or not. Because if they keep, that's kind of rough. They chose to not shuffle and they play Dark Ritual. Did they just hit Tendrils? Or treasure cruise? Frantic. Ooh, that's a good one. Cabal ritual. So they have a lot of mana. We'll see what happens. Cabal ritual. There's the frantic search. So if I had taken tendrils or frantic search instead of tendrils, I don't know if that would have been better or not. Because I mean, they still have to find a win condition. Treasure cruise helps though. They probe, see my hand. I do also have 4 copies of Hymn to Tourach, which I have not drawn yet. They frantic search again, and they tapped all their mana, so maybe they're trying to get more black. Duress takes my Praetor's Grasp. Then they brainstorm. I don't feel like I'm dying. Okay. Well, that went okay for me. Let's pieces of the puzzle while holding up green mana for like explore. Collected Conjuring. And I guess I'm gonna play Belaged Recovery as a land here. We play Belaged Recovery. And next turn I get to Collected Conjuring, hopefully hit like Hymn to Tourach and stuff. Vivid Grove is nice. So blue, red, Conjuring. Double Hymn to Tourach seems alright. Hymn to Tourach, you, Sadistic Sacrament. Oh my goodness. That seems so brutal. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of Mastermind's Acquisitions and Curious Homunculus, and then they have basically nothing. I feel so mean, but at the same time, this is amazing. They ponder. I respect them still playing it out here, though. They treasure cruise. No! Don't take my pieces of the puzzle. That's mean. I guess they could take Chain Lightning as well, but that doesn't make too much sense to me. Vindicate, I think I just save. They don't have any win conditions aside from 2 creatures. So if I just wait to vindicate their creatures, they cannot win. They can cast all the card draw they want, but they will die unless they have a way to reshuffle tendrils. But I saw their deck and didn't see it. They probe, see my vindicate. Probe again, sure. What do they do? What could they possibly have here? I don't know. We're about to find out. Palaka Predation. That doesn't even really do anything. I'm just gonna play it as a land. I just want lands in play. I'm not worried about anything here. Opponent doesn't do anything. We draw pieces of the puzzle, which is amazing. So let's add blue, green, black, pieces of the puzzle. Double Collected Conjuring. Blue, red, green, black, Conjuring. See what we hit. Let's cast Agonizing Remorse on them and Belaged Recovery on Sadistic Sacrament. They just have Frantic Search. Okay, so they're very dead. Sweet. We can Sacrament with Kicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're getting close to it. Why are they still playing? I don't understand. Okay, I mean, that's a draw. That gets them closer, I guess. Maybe they couldn't see the cards I exiled? Okay, they treasure cruise. No! You can't duress my Sacrament. That's not even fair. Yeah. Alright, round 1 down. See you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Fratmank 94. We're on the play. We're gonna get Explore. Yeah, this hand's perfect. Oh my gosh. I love this deck way more than I probably should. So what do I do here? I don't think it matters too much what land I lead on. I guess it'll be Spikefield Hazard. Sure. Because this way, if I draw another Spikefield Hazard, I can play it before playing Golgari Rot Farm. I don't have any single black cards. Or like Chain Lightning, I could draw Kill Their Elves would be nice. Okay, another Explore is not the worst. Oh wait, I could just do this, right? I can Rot Farm. Oh my gosh. Look at this value. Do this. Kill your thing. Is this the best Magic deck ever created? Potentially. We draw the Boilerwork. So we get to go Explore, play a Predation, play a Boilerworks, bounce the Predation. I'm having way too much fun. One is on green. Elvish Archdruid. That's a problem. I don't have any way to deal with that right now. I think we're going to pieces of the puzzle holding up red and hopefully find a Chain Lightning. Yeah, we'll do that. I don't want to get got by Elvish Archdruid. Oh, Slagstorm's also pretty nice. Let's get Slagstorm and I guess just another pieces. So they know it's coming. Not the best, but not the worst. We'll play Vivid Marsh for mana and pass turn. And now opponent must be sufficiently confused, as I would be. If they don't do anything, we can Hymn to Tourach plus pieces of the puzzle. If they commit creatures to the board, then we're just going to Slag Storm. Okay. So now they have mana. If they can play another Elvish Archdruid, that would actually be problematic. Okay, that's a bit problematic. I need a Chain Lightning. I don't even have enough red for that. Alright. So yeah, Slag Storm doesn't kill them. This lets them make elves, but I don't care about that. So we're going to kill Elvish Archdruid to cut them off mana with Vindicate. Add white. So what else can I cast here? I have Vindicate and then 2 mana left. I guess it's going to be for Explore. And I'm going to cast Explore first. Using blue. Another Explore. So we Vindicate, kill the Archdruid. And then we just play a land. I think I can play 2 lands? Yeah, that seems nice. Go ahead. So I only get 1 shot on this extra red mana right now. They got a Winding Way into an Elf Lord. And they hit 4 cards, none of which are Elf Lords. So that's sweet. And they attack, which suggests they're not going to play anything. So this turn I get to Slag Storm and Hymn to Tourach, and that seems backbreaking. Do I even need to Slag Storm? I don't even think I need to Slag Storm. We get to go Hymn to Tourach and then Chain Lightning the Elvish Archdruid and pieces of the puzzle. Yeah, this deck's insane. We hit Shaman of the Pack. That's good to know about. Then we Chain Lightning this thing. I can play pieces of the puzzle. That actually cuts me off of red mana for Slag Storm, which I don't love. Oh no, it doesn't. We're good here. Yeah, we can just do this. Piece of the puzzle. Getting... I like Balaged Recovery. Vindicate is hard to cast. I could get Hymn to Tourach and then Slag Storm. I'm gonna get Spikefield Hazard for red mana, so I could just play this. That way I can cast Slag Storm, like, definitively. This is the dream matchup, I'm gonna be honest. Cloudstone Curio. What does this do? Whenever a non-artifact permanent enters the battlefield under your control. Oh, so they can, like, loop Shaman of the Pack. That's a little bit scary, but I know the 2 cards in their hand are Wirewood Hivemaster, which makes tokens when an elf enters in Llanowar Elves. And they're just going to make a token here, I guess. We draw a Boiler Works. So I'm going to Balaged Recovery Hymn to Tourach, hit him with Hymn to Tourach with these 2, and then Slag Storm. Hymn to Tourach you. Then we Slag Storm. Because I don't want them making tokens and attacking me or whatever. I also don't want them to have Cloudstone Curio. Oh, that I did not expect. I did this in the wrong order. I just Slag Stormed a single token. I don't love that. Boiler Works. We're gonna bounce. I guess this Vivid Marsh. Yeah, I regret that play. It's still probably fine, but Cloudstone Curio is a tricky card. They play the perfect, and they can just choose not to return a card here. Ooh, they can loop Temple of Milady for Scry. I like that too. We'll see how they scryed. Put 1 card on top. Okay. What do you got going on over there, opponent? Well, I think they're dead. Chain Lightning this. Pieces of the puzzle. Gonna hit Collected Company, and I kind of like getting Balaged Recovery, honestly. I don't need Vindicate too much. We can play Explore, Vivid Marsh, and part of me just wants to like play Spikefield Hazard, so we'll just do that. And then next turn I can double Collected Conjuring, I believe. They play Archdruid. This is going to be a long one, I think. They can bounce their temple, they have no cards in hand. Yikes. Clear the mind. So we go this, red for Collected Conjuring. So we can Balaged Recovery, getting back a Balaged Recovery. And then just cast Slag Storm. Seems good. And then I would like to get back this Conjuring and then clear the mind myself. Play Vivid Marsh. Go ahead. They will never be able to beat this. Their hand is a Mystic, sure. I respect them fighting the fight. So they have no cards in hand. So we're just going to Collected Conjuring, We're gonna pieces of the puzzle and Ingress Rampage make them sacrifice an artifact. I mean, my deck is going to get to the point where it's just all spells. Yeah, they concede. Oh my goodness, this is so good. So we bring in Slagstorm, Flaying Tendrils. This feels like a matchup where I might end up wanting Approach of the Second Sun over Praetor's Grasp. It's hard to say. I don't think one elf is going to win the game off of Praetor's Grasp, so I'll bring in Approach. I like the one copy of Rampage. Pelakra Predation is really kind of weak against them. I think I'm okay going down to just one Timely Reinforcements. I guess I have Vindicate, so Rampage isn't the most necessary thing. Yeah, we'll just keep Vindicate, and then we'll get rid of one Pelakra Predation on the draw, and run it like that. Yeah, we'll keep this hand. We got the old Spikefield Hazard into Golgari Rot Farm. We don't have an Explorer or a Summer Bloom, but I think that's fine. The rough part about this deck is, like, Duress can actually hit our lands, which I don't love. Like, they could Duress and hit Balaged Recovery or Spikefield Hazard, which are cards we're planning to play as lands. There's the Conjuring. Let's do it. Please play Llanowar Elves here. Oh. Goodbye. No! Oh, I did not mean to do that. I meant to cast it. That's actually really quite bad. I meant to cast it. Because now they have extra mana. I mean, it could end up okay if I just draw like Flaying Tendrils or whatever. Then make an elf. Okay. Yeah, that's rough. Explore. So I guess given what just happened, we're just going to go for the Explore route. There's our Slagstorm. So we're going to go Golgari Rot Farm, bouncing Vivid Marsh, replay Vivid Marsh, and then next turn I can cast Slagstorm if they don't have... They would need like double Elf Lord. They would be down one mana here. But I think somehow my misplay kind of ended up being okay, I think. They have Elvish Visionary and Shaman of the Pack. They just go Visionary and then I kill all their stuff, and then they have 2 mana. Seems okay. I could get very greedy and collected Conjuring hoping to hit a Slagstorm, but we could just do that next turn. Here is the time for being conservative. Each creature. And then I can Balaged Recovery for Slagstorm. I want blue mana for collected Conjuring next turn, so I guess we Carnarium the Spikesteel Cave. I can't play any of these. Go ahead. I have 7 cards in hand. Oh my goodness. They play Mystic, that thing, another one of those. So if Conjuring hits, I think we just get there. I'm gonna go for it. I'm a greedy man. Opponent send me a chat. There's my dorks. I'll just send them a smiley face. We're gonna Conjuring, holding up a green, I guess. Flaying Tendrils, and we're gonna Balaged Recovery back a Slagstorm. Oh jeez, that card is wild. Yeah, it's just like 4 mana for like an insane amount of value. I guess I want double red next turn, so we'll play this. I don't actually have blue mana to cast my next collected Conjuring, but we know our opponent's hand is pretty bad. I don't like missing blue mana though. I can Balaged Recovery for Flaying Tendrils though, and I think I'm going to do that if I don't find a bounce land or a vivid land. Alright, we're just gonna Slagstorm again. I think my hand's good enough where I can just keep doing this. Play Vivid Marsh, and I'm gonna Balaged Recovery back a Flaying Tendrils. Yeah. And then play this. Oh, I already played a land. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Shaman of the Pack is a 3/2 do 1. That's fine with me. Clear the Mind. I like that. Let's just cast this thing. Collected Conjuring. Him to tourach. Them. Balaged Recovery. Getting back. I guess at this point just Slagstorm. And do I want to play this as a land? Sure. Don't send me a message. GG's. GG's. Oh my goodness. Thanks for the content. Found Penny Dreadful because of you. That's awesome. Oh no, I can't reply. Oh, I guess I can. They have duress in hand. Oh, that'd be a good draw. Sorry, I had to do you like this. Alright, we are crushing it. See you guys next round. Alright, we are still undefeated with this deck. Playing against our host J877. I don't actually know how to say that, but that's my best attempt. We're on the play. I have Explore. I need more lands. This hand's actually pretty good if I happen to draw a bounce land. I'm gonna keep it. On the play, I think I have to keep any hand that has acceleration like this. Chancellor of the Forge. Uh-oh. Double Chancellor of the Forge. Okay, they get 2 goblins. They're playing Hypergenesis. That might be my actual worst matchup. What is this? They're not playing Hypergenesis. They're playing goblins. Okay, well, we are going to Spikefield Hazard the Skirk Prospector. Because that's scary. The problem is I need this mana. Cast on him. So they should have sacrificed in response. But that's fine. We're in trouble. I don't know how else to say. They're attacking us with goblins, and I just have a bunch of Hymn to Tourachs and no lands in hand. Log War Marshal. Alright, I'm glad I killed the Skirk Prospector. I just need to find spells before I die to the War Marshal and stuff. Okay, Vivid Marsh makes me feel a bit better. So I get to go Explore, Vivid Marsh, Ball Again Recovery, and next turn I can Collected Conjuring. Okay, that's fine. And then hopefully I can hit a bounce land somewhere along the way. They don't pay Echo. That's better if I can hit Slagstorm. I think I have 3 in the deck. Wardling Outburst. Oh my gosh, I need a Slagstorm this turn. Explore. Nope, not doing that one. Blue. Red. Please hit something good. Alright, I get Timely Reinforcements. And I can cast Praetor's Grasp on them for a land. Did I play land this turn? I did not. Sure. We'll see what's going on over here. So they have Burn at the Stake, Battle Him. Oh wow. They got a lot of sweet things going on. 1 Signal Pests. Their hand probably has some Signal Pests in it. Goblin Dark Dwellers. I have to spend the mana for that. But you can cast a spell at CMC 3 or less. That doesn't do a whole lot for me. Carekeep can make kobolds. I think I'm just going to grab a mountain. Cast Timely Reinforcements. Play mountain. Pass turn. And, I mean, we need to bounce land like yesterday. Oh no. This is sweet. So they make a bunch of goblins. Another Battle Hymn. I love this so much. This deck is amazing. Okay. We are super dead here. Look at all of that goblin action. There are so many decks I want to play here. I don't even know where to start. But we got killed by some goblins. I have no shame losing to this deck. Our sideboard, let's see, we want Duress, we want Agonizing Remorse, we definitely don't want Angress Rampage, that card's pretty bad. Flaying Tendrils is coming in, Slagstorm's coming in. I don't know if this is a Sadistic Sacrament deck or not. Not actually sure. Chain Lightning honestly seems a bit medium, although I do need to kill their early goblins, but at the same time I just need to like board wipe them. I think I'm going to cut Chain Lightning. I kind of want to cut Hymn to Tourach, but I guess, no, Hymn to Tourach's good, because if they're like low on resources, that can really punish them. Predation can hit Chancellor of the Forge, which I guess is the scary card. I kind of thought it was a meme, but I didn't realize Battle Hymn can just go that big. Timely is fine. I think because I'm playing so many Slagstorms, I don't really need a Timely Reinforcements. And Praetor's Grasp is also a bit weak, but I do need a way to win the game. So I guess that is it. And I'll get rid of 1 Vindicate, because it's again not that great. Part of me wants to bring in Sadistic Sacrament as a win condition, but I don't think I need it. We'll just run it like this. Alright, let's get a redemption here. Going first. This hand's very slow, but I'm gonna keep, because it has a lot of land. So like, this is the type of hand that will be good if I happen to draw Explore. And my opponent also kept a pretty slow hand, I think. Pluck of Predation will actually be nice too. Trying to think of what I want next turn. I think I'm going to play this in hopes that I draw Explore or something like that. Summer Bloom, like both of those would be great. Play the War Marshal, scared of that card. Pieces of the Puzzle. So I think we're still just going to play Ondu Inversion. So now I have Vindicate available. If they're missing land drops, I can Vindicate their mountain. Otherwise, I'm just going to Palaka Predation. I can take Seething Song, I can take Chancellor of the Forge, I can take Burn at the Stake. But probably I'll just Pieces of the Puzzle if they don't do anything too crazy. Ooh, Contested Warzone. Okay, pretty cool. I'm so scared of what's happening. Are they gonna like... Oh my gosh, what is happening? Are they gonna Twin Flame Goblin Dark Dwellers and just kill me? This is the downside of being a sorcery speed deck. Wow, okay. I mean, this is... Am I dead? I don't know if I'm dead or not, because they're going to Goblin Dark Dwellers back Twin Flame. Priest of Orbrass gives them the mana to cast Twin Flame back. Is that infinite? I think I'm dead. I think that's an infinite kill, actually. This is the most insane deck I've seen in a long time. I mean, I'm imagining my opponent got a bit lucky with these draws, but they've shown like many different ways to kill. You have the contested Warzone kill that, like, you know, you just attack with goblins and kill them. They showed the Battle Hymn into Chancellor of the Forge win, which is just like ridiculous. Twin Flame Goblin Dark Dwellers, I think is infinite. I want to see this a little bit more. Oh no, because it's exiled. Okay, so they're getting 6 mana now. What is happening? Gonna be honest, I didn't expect that I might die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holy cow. I love it. I mean, that was ridiculous. I'm dead. That's the 24 damage. Alright. I don't have any shame losing to this. See you guys next round. Oh, right, we're playing against Duck of Oregon. I'm going to keep this hand. It has turn 1 chain or turn 2 chain lightning. I guess I'm playing against Cloudpost. And it has, if I draw a bounce land, Summer Bloom is going to be very good. So it's kind of banking on drawing a bounce land, but we're on the draw. We have a couple draw steps to get there. Opponent has a bunch of Glimmer Posts into Cloudpost. I have him to tourach, which I won't be able to cast. Seems sweet. So here's the turn. We need one of those bounce land things, because they're gonna have a lot of mana. Okay. Vindicate is also uncastable. Alright, play this. This is really bad. I kept a sketchy hand. That's on me. I kept it with the hope that I could draw one of my 8 bounce lands in 3 turns, which I guess is not the most likely. Steel Hellkite. Okay, so I just take 5. I can let that hit me for a little bit. Yeah. I can play Clear the Mind. I think I will. I need to hit lands here. We're going to Clear the Mind myself, just to draw a card. Because I want to, like, Collected Conjuring and then play bounce land next turn. That would be ideal. Jeez, that's so much mana. Am I dead? 13. Holy cow. Alright. Got a Steel Hellkite. So I can play it safe and Vindicate. I think this is not the time to play it safe. I think this is the time to Collected Conjuring and go for big. Unless I draw bounce land. Timely Reinforcements. Let me think about this, because if I Vindicate, I won't actually have red mana for Collected Conjuring, so we're gonna go big. There we go. So let's Angrass Rampage. Target player sacrifices an artifact. And then we're going to Vindicate their Cloudpost. Seems alright. Pass turn. So now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. It's still a lot of mana, but they don't have colored mana. So that's something to look out for. I can't really cast any of my spells. Alright, let's Pieces of the Puzzle here. There we go. Spikefield Hazard gives me red mana at least. I don't have blue mana, so I'm just going to get Explore instead of Pieces of the Puzzle. We're going to play Spikefield Hazard and discard Summer Bloom. This is one of the strangest games I've ever played. I just need a bounce land. Okay, Golgari Rot Farm I think does it. So I can go like this for Explore. And then go Balagad Recovery on Golgari Rot Farm. I'm going to start casting Vindicates here. Yeah, that seems fine. Then play the Rot Farm, bouncing Vivid Grove. Then play Vivid Marsh. Pass turn. So now I have Vindicate available and I can start killing stuff. Opponent hits green. Oh, they didn't pay the Entwine? Can that be Entwined? Oh, they didn't have green for Entwine. I think I can double Vindicate here? No, I can't, because my black mana is also my other source of mana, so looks like we're going to be going for him to tourach. instead. I'm like very scared of them though, I'm gonna be honest. That. Man, so I can't even hymn to tourach and collected company at the same time either. Or collected conjuring. But I can vindicate collected conjuring. So I guess we do that. Blue, red, this. No, I can't even do that. Alright. Cast this. That's so upsetting. I think I just hit all my lands. Do I have a Slag Storm? No. I'll just gain some life. That was awful. Go ahead. 9 mana, Tooth and Nail, Entwine. We'll see what we get hit by. I have Vindicate. I think I can now cast 2 Vindicate. Realm Razor, Distant. Oh. I think I'm dead. Right? Exile all lands. It's a 4-2. I'm dead. I'm just dead. I don't even want to let them see my hand. That's insane. Alright. I know what's going on over there now. We need some sideboarding. Duress. I don't know if I need Duress. We definitely want Agonizing Remorse. Slag Storm seems very bad. Timely Reinforcements also seems bad. So we're going to bring in the Rampages. Part of me likes Sadistic Sacrament. I guess they're playing Tooth and Nail, so Duress seems okay. Rampage kills their stuff. Palaka Predation's actually... It's probably just better than Duress, so I'm just going to keep it like this. And let's see if we can get a better game here. This hand is atrocious. I'm running like 28 land. Why is it so hard for me to hit land drops here? We definitely keep this. I'm gonna get rid of 1 copy of Explore, because one way we could lose this is like, I don't know. All of those felt fine. I just need to hit a bounce land. Like this whole deck is predicated on drawing bounce lands. I'm gonna play this so I don't have to use a Vivid counter to cast Explore. Opponent has the double Cloudpost start. Into Expedition map? Uh-oh. Wow, this is... I think that's legitimately the best possible start they could have. Right? And I don't draw a land. Yeah. I mean, we play this, we play onto Inversion. I can hymn to tourach, so the hope here is that they, like, just have lands in hand for now. And they don't deploy a payoff, and then I hit it with hymn to tourach. And then I explore into a bounce land. One grabs Forest. Another map? Holy cow. Alright. Yeah, they get Cloudpost, so I can hit that with him to tourach. They have 5 cards in hand, and I have a bounce land. So let's cast Explore first, just so I have more information. Spikefield Hazard's bad, so let's him to tourach. I hit their payoffs, so that could potentially be good for me. And then we're going to go Rot Farm, Bouncing Bell again, Recovery, because we're going to him to tourach next turn, and then just play a Spikefield Hazard and pass turn. And I guess that's the beauty of him to tourach, right? 7 mana Sandstone Oracle. Do they draw 1 card? Sure. They go up to 3. I draw him to tourach, so that's pretty nice. Let's play pieces of the puzzle first. See what I'm hitting. I'm trying to think of what... I don't think it matters what mana I keep up. Double Collected Conjuring's great. Alright, then we're gonna him to tourach them. So they lose Forest, Glimmer Post. How much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will put me up to 7. That feels worth playing. Because then I can go Collected Conjuring and pieces of the puzzle, I think. A cracked map. Ooh, you know what they can do with the map? I guess they can get a Forest. I was going to say they could get back Sylvan Primordial, but I guess that's not that scary. Boreal Grazer, sure. So they're just emptying their hand, which is why I didn't want to get back him to tourach. I take 4, and then I get to Conjuring, and we need a good Conjuring hit. Ooh, Chain Lightning's actually kind of good. So, red? No, blue. Blue, like this for Conjuring. Show me what you get. Do they have a counterspell? They have Warping Whale! Oh, that's bad. Alright. That's a problem. I guess we pieces of the puzzle here? I should have done it the other way around. Warping Whale is so good against my deck. Explore Palaka Predation. Palaka Predation's pretty bad, so we're just going to play it. I have Explore for card draw. And we gotta hope we can get there with this Conjuring. Freaking Warping Whale. That's insane. I didn't even know that card existed. They draw Ancient Stirrings. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. They just get Forest. So the question is, do they sack Chromatic Star? They choose not to. Agonizing Remorse doesn't do anything. Alright, Conjuring. Show us the goods. This. I need white for Vindicate. So, yeah, we'll Conjuring now. There we go. So we Vindicate Sandstone Oracle. I'm deciding if I want a Praetor's Grasp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's either Praetor's Grasp or Clear the Mind. But I have a lot of Balagan recovery, so I think I'm going to wait on Clear the Mind. We're just going to Praetor's Grasp them. See what they got. Tooth and Nail, Sylvan Scrying, Primal Command, Sylvan Primordial, Steel Hellkite. They have Balagan recovery. Distended Mindbender. A big part of me wants to get Realm Razor out of here. I'm scared of Reap and Sow as well. They actually don't have many win cons left, do they? I take... How do they even cast Realm Razor? Wait a second. I guess they just Tooth and Nail for it. Reap and Sow. 1, 2, 3, 4. I kind of want to just get a Reap and Sow. Kill their thing, search for a land. I'm so weak to Realm Razor off the top, though. I think I can beat the rest of these cards, so we're just going to take Realm Razor so that I don't die to it. And then we explore. Draw Chain Lightning. Alright. I can kill the Grazer. I no longer have blue mana, but I can actually cast Realm Razor if I need to. Opponent cracks a thing. I get to Agonizing Remorse now, I guess. Do I wait a turn? Definitely playing this. I think I do Chain Lightning the Grazer, although it's not doing anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to wait on the Remorse. Okay. Basilica was amazing. So that lets me reset stuff. I can get back Balagan Sanctuary and I can cast Praetor's Grasp. I like that actually. Do this. Bounce Balagan Sanctuary. Cast the other side of this card. Getting Praetor's Grasp. Or wait, no. Let's Agonizing Remorse first. Their hand is an Arboreal Grazer. So let's just exile, because they can Primal Command if they draw it, shuffle. I'm just going to exile the Grazer, I guess. So we do that. Their hand is basically nothing. 2, 3, so let's Balagan Recovery, getting back Creature's Grasp. Cast it. And then we're, from this one, how much mana do I have next turn? That's 6. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So if I get one more mana, I can play a lot of them at once. I think I'm just going to grab Cloudpost, or Distended Mindbender, I guess, is their best other win condition. I'm going to get Reap and Sow, sure. And then we're going to kill the Arboreal Grazer. Pass turn. So if they don't draw anything here, I'm going to Realm Razor them. They won't have any lands in play. Cast this. I think this is what I want to be doing. We get rid of all lands. I guess I will Chain Lightning them just to make the kill faster. Pass turn. They don't do anything, so it's gonna take a little bit, but I think we can kill them with this card because they have no lands and their deck's just full of like big stuff. It's possible I was supposed to just exile land from them though. Ooh, Vivid Marsh is nice. We attack. Yeah, I was supposed to get a land from them, I think. Oh, Boilerworks is perfect. No point in floating anything. Bounce. Attack for damage. Realm Razor is scary, man. I really don't like this card. Rot Farms, we play that. Now I can Angra's Rampage if they play a creature. We can also cast Reap and Sow and kill their land. I can Vindicate their land, play this, bouncing Vivid Marsh, attack for 4 more, and then they die. Okay, made it to game 3. They have 1 Warping Whale from what I saw. You know what? I'm gonna kill him with that. Might as well. Alright, game 3. That one was hard to navigate for me. I think I spent a lot of time looking for cards of theirs to remove. Duress seems more important the more of their deck I've seen. They have like Primal Command and whatnot. I didn't see any like Graveyard Hate, so I think that's fine. Rampage felt not as necessary. And Chain Lightning felt kind of bad. Why was that in the deck? Wait, why is Chain Lightning in the deck? I don't know. I kind of like Praetor's Grasp against them and Sadistic Sacrament. Like if we could just take all their win cons, how do they win? Yeah, I didn't see any card Chain Lightning was good against. And I want to like Praetor's Grasp for lands or whatever. We'll get rid of 1 Angra's Rampage, I guess, and just run it like that. Well, this is the way we drew it up. Hopefully didn't they have like the best possible start last game? I guess maybe Forest into Grazer is a little bit faster because they also have green mana. So that's a little bit frightening. We're gonna play so that I can Hymn to Tourach. If they have a bunch of mana, we might just have to fire off a Hymn to Tourach and hope to get lucky. They grab a Cloudpost and play it. Yeah, this is another very quick start from OP. Go Vivid Meadow. So here's the plan. Hope they don't have Primal Command for my Vivid Meadows. And then I can Hymn to Tourach their win conditions. Because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Alright. If it's Warping Whale, that's a little rough. But otherwise, I think we're doing something. It is in fact Warping Whale. Okay. What am I doing here? I'm going to play Bala Ged Recovery. Because that lets me Vindicate. No, because I might want to Hymn to Tourach. So we're going to Golgari Rot Farm. Back the Vivid Marsh. And then I can Vindicate if I need to. Yeah, Warping Whale is rough. But we still traded 1 for 1. They have triple green now. They didn't do anything. Okay. Well, let's go for the Vindicate on their Cloudpost. Another Warping Whale? I thought I only saw one of those, but I could definitely be wrong. Here... We're going to play Vivid Marsh. Please don't have anything too crazy. No! 8 mana. Distended Mindbender? Yikes. Alright. Did they exile? No, we just discard. Okay, so they can take Collected Conjuring. It's 4 or greater, 3 or less. So they can take Collected Conjuring, Bala Ged Recovery, and just leave me with double Explore. They only have 1 card in hand. Yep, that's what they take. They have a 5/5, 1 card in hand. The double Warping Whale was really rough. Hymn to Tourach. Okay. So we get to go Explore. I'm going to cast him here because they have 1 card left. Then we Hymn to Tourach them. Get rid of Sylvan Scrying is fine. I'm going to Boiler Works. Back the Vivid Meadow. And then play Vivid Meadow. Pass turn. So we're both top decking, but my opponent has a 5/5 in play and much scarier cards in their deck. Okay. Summer Bloom, you know, I'm gonna play it. Let's play Explore first, though. Okay, I'm not gonna play Summer Bloom. Well, I played Explore. Yeah, I think it's more mana efficient just to play pieces of the puzzle here. So Collected Company, I can Praetor's Grasp, but I think just Bala Ged Recovery is actually pretty sweet here. Then we're gonna go Carnarium, bouncing Vivid Meadow. Replay Vivid Meadow, pass turn. So we need them to miss on a draw here as well. Just a Glimmer Post. What did they need this much mana for? Tooth and Nail and Twine? No, did they really? No. Oh man. Why didn't they go for that last turn? Did they not have enough? They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm dead. They Realm Razor, I don't have any lands. That was rough. I was so close. I just Hymn to Tourach. No, I did it at the right time because they drew Tooth and Nail the following turn. Well, we'll see. If they don't get Realm Razor, maybe I have a chance, but they will, because why wouldn't they? Yeah. Alright, good games, opponent. See you guys next round. Those are really close. I think if they didn't have the double Warping Whale, yeah, that's how it goes, though. I'll see you guys next round. Alright, we're playing against Charonimus. Opponent says that I brought them to playing Penny Dreadful, so that's awesome to hear. I love hearing that people are playing this format because of me, or just that people are playing this format. I think this is the best Magic format. It's cheap, it's immune to all Wizards nonsense. Yeah, it's great. So, speaking of things that are great, this hand is good if I draw it's bad, right? It's bad. We'll mulligan. This hand's way better. I'm gonna get rid of Praetor's Grasp. Because that card's pretty weak in some matchups. It's good in others. I want to see a grindy matchup. I don't want to see like mono red with this type of hand. Because we're going to go turn 3 Hymn to Tourach. And then like a turn 5 Collected Conjuring. Bad River, perfect. Unless they're playing Storm. But Storm I think is like a turn 4 deck. Turn 3, because we played against Storm earlier. And they did not turn 3 us very consistently. So, I don't know. Something to point out. It's hard to say because Delver and Storm both like have the same early sequence of like Gitaxian Probe, Ponder, whatever. But if they just pass with 2 men available, then I think I'm going to assume Delver or some type of counterspell deck. Oh no. I hate when people probe because they know what's happening. Although it's kind of glorious to probe and see a hand that looks like this. Alright, Chromatic Star suggests that they're playing Storm. We have a Hymn to tourach. That's our out. Let's just go Vivid Meadow. Yeah, I don't know. We gotta draw like another Hymn to tourach or something. This card is really like shoring up our combo matchups. Opponent might just go for it here. I wouldn't blame them, which is also kind of the beauty of Hymn to tourach. It can make your opponent make misplays. Ooh, and we even get to Vindicate. Okay, so let's do this. Hymn to tourach them. Hope they don't have a counterspell. Chromatic Star suggests that they don't. They brainstorm their good stuff. Okay. So we're going to go Vivid Meadow and then just Vindicate like Sunken Runes. And then we'll see what happens. They discarded Frantic Search, River of Tears. So getting rid of their land might play into my Vindicate game plan. They only have 3, soon to be 4 cards in hand with Chromatic Star. And the hope is they miss a land. Sorry, I know I'm making all these things, but my opponent just said like really nice stuff before we started playing. But I want people to know that what I'm talking about in game is very different than how I feel about the person. Like, I'm hoping they miss a land so that I can win because I like, you know, it's fun to win a game of Magic. But for them, obviously, I would like a good game. I don't know how to explain it. Everyone knows what I'm saying already, I think. Draw 4 cards, they lose half their life rounded up. Okay, so they're not going to be missing a land drop. But they're at 9? That's kind of low. Another Chromatic Star. Alright, I'm going to kill Sunken Ruins, I think. Ooh, I could also Balagad Recovery back Hymn to tourach, but I think I need to be proactive every single turn here. So we're just going to Vindicate. Sunken Ruins gives them the best mana decisions. So we'll kill that. Then we're going to play our Bounce Land, returning Vivid Meadow. And that can let us Collected Conjuring hopefully into like... Imagine if I collected Conjuring into double Hymn to tourach, how backbreaking that would be. Or honestly now, double Chain Lightning plus Spikefield Hazard would kill them. Double Jataxian Probe. They're at 5. This tells me they're trying to go for it. So yeah, they're cracking Star. I'm going to F6. They go land, Cabal Ritual, and the race is off. I think they probably have it. 5 cards in hand. They gotta have a Treasure Cruise in there somewhere. They have like an insane amount of mana. Yeah, Cruel Bargain was a brutal thing. So let me know in the comments if you prefer that I comment Storm or just come back when they're done. I've tried both, and both seem to work. One will get you a shorter video, but anyway, they cast Ponder. Okay, there's the Treasure Cruise. So they have a full hand with 8 mana. If they can't win from here, I guess it's due to limited blue mana. But now they Frantic Search, so they're good to go. I'm glad I killed Sunken Ruins because that's additional like blue filtering. So like the one way we could win here is if they don't have blue mana. But I mean we're dead. If they've missed from here, it's got to be deck building error at that point. Second Treasure Cruise. I mean, it's possible their hand is just full of lands, I guess. But this could just be Shimmer into Tendrils. They're low on mana, actually. Probably with a whole bunch of rituals in hand. Yeah, so Storm count is 10. They get 9 extra copies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are dead. I'll save them the time of targeting. Oh, I get to see their hand. Duress, Frantic Search, Ponder. So their hand was actually really bad. Holy cow. That's unfortunate. Yeah, they needed mana. Anyway, post sideboard, things get a lot better for me. I bring in this, I bring in this. Praetor's Grasp, Sadistic Sacrament. We get rid of Slagstorm. Chain Lightning can go face, which I guess matters a little bit. We get rid of Angrath's Rampage. Pelakka Predation can hit some things. Timely Reinforcements does nothing. Is there any cards that do more than Chain Lightning? I don't think so. So we're just gonna... no, I don't think so. We'll just run it back. They could set in creatures. They didn't really see all the extent of my... Oh, do I only have one Praetor's Grasp? No, there's one here. Okay. They didn't see the extent of my Storm hate. So this is going to be fun, I think. Alright, let's be on the play. Being on the play is huge for this deck, but that means I have to be on the draw game 3, which I don't like. Oh my gosh. So Magic Online just crashed. And now it worked. I have no black mana. No, I have Pelakka Predation. I have Spikefield Hazard, which is kind of just like a weak land. Vindicate I can't even cast. I'm going to mulligan this. Yeah, this is a hand. Hmm. So what am I doing here? I like double hymn to tourach. I like Summer Bloom, but I think this is hard because I want to cast turn 2 hymn to tourach really badly, but I can't. If I keep Summer Bloom, then I can go turn 2 Summer Bloom and then untap with a whole bunch of mana. I could get rid of Spikefield Hazard. That's quite a bit risky though. I'm gonna get rid of Summer Bloom. If I draw Explore, that's great. If I don't, that's also fine. But we're just trying to draw a black source here. If I don't draw a black source, I think we're gonna play Golgari Rot Farm then. So they probe, they get to see double hymn to tourach. They might duress one of my hymns. Yeah, they're gonna duress a hymn to tourach. Okay, that makes sense. They could also take Spikefield Hazard, I guess. Okay. Well, I don't love it, but we can draw like Vindicate is actually not that bad. Let's just bounce Vivid Marsh, I guess. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like how slow this hand is. But we can set up for either Vindicate or Hymn to Tourach next turn. See, they pondered. They chose to not shuffle with Ponder, and they River of Tears into Chromatic Star. Yikes. There's Summer Bloom. It's a little bit late to the party, but I guess I'll cast it. I don't have a bounce land, so it's just like an Explorer that doesn't draw lands. But at this point, it depends on what they have in hand. I might just collected Conjuring instead of Hymn to Tourach, because I could hit double Hymn to Tourach. I could hit like double Vindicate, kill both their lands. They probe, they see my hand. They know they're going to get hit by him. So I guess another thing that could benefit me is if they go for it and then miss. This looks like they might just tap out for that card that draws 4 cards. Oh, they do nothing. They have counter magic? Counterspell here would be rough. I think I need to go for a max value here and collected Conjuring. Okay. Well, that worked out pretty good. I get to go Hymn to Tourach them. I should have gone with Duress first. Sadistic Sacrament hitting their tendrils might work pretty well. Otherwise, I could Vindicate a Sunken Ruins and then Vindicate them again. I have Hymn to Tourach in hand though. Let's Sacrament. That's a pretty strong stack, I tell you what. They brainstorm so they can hide cards, but I can still grab them with Sacrament. Alright, what do you got? They have 5 cards in hand, they're gonna go down to 3. They concede! Sadistic Sacrament gets there. They must not have had an out to tendrils. What a beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, we get a game 3. I don't think I make any sideboarding. I mean, yeah, we'll just run it back. You know, on the draw, this hand's slow, but we got to keep it still. We have to discard a hand size, but see, this is where Explore, if it was Summer Bloom, would be awesome. Because I could go land, Summer Bloom, play a ton of lands. Opponent hits us with the Jataxian Probe every time. It's cool, though. So our best draw is like Duress, I think. Because then we can not have to discard to hand size. Yeah, I think Duress is our best draw. Praetor's Grasp also works okay. These are the cards that you don't really want to draw. You want to hit them off of Collected Conjuring, just because they're a little bit clunky to cast. Whereas something like Hymn to Tourach, you kind of want to draw. But I think it's fine. I'm going to discard... Let me think about this. When it goes to Shimmer of Possibility, that's fine. We are going to not cast Explore. We're actually going to Agonizing Remorse on turn 2. Yeah, alright. Play this. Bounce the Meadow. I think I want to discard... I mean, Sacrament can just win the game. I have multiple Praetor's Grasps. I could Grasp for a Duress that doesn't do a whole lot. I think I'm going to discard the Grasp. It's fine, but not as good as Sadistic Sacrament at winning the game. And we just hope they don't go off here. Ah, that was actually bad. Because I could go Agonizing Remorse this turn, and then Praetor's Grasp next turn. I think that was a mistake. Opponent doesn't go off. Alright, we're going to go with Agonizing Remorse. They can Brainstorm to hide their good cards. The downside here is it means we're not going to Collected Conjuring next turn, whereas Explorer would. Okay, Probe, Treasure Cruise, Tendrils, Cruel Bargain, Frantic Search. So if I take Tendrils, it's exiled. Then they need to find another Tendrils. A big part of me likes taking Frantic Search out of this hand, but then they can just get it started with... Man, this is a hard hand to deal with. Interesting that they didn't tap out for Cruel Bargain. What am I taking here? Big part of me wants to take Frantic Search, but it's got to just be best to take Tendrils. Play Vivid Meadow. Pass turn. Yeah, I messed up. I should not have discarded Praetor's Grasp. But now we're in a position where if we can find a third black mana for Sacrament, then we can just get them. They probe. So they drew Ponder, because I didn't see that in their hand originally. This is quite the battle. Because they also are not hitting land drops, like their mana is very limited. But I think they can go probe, like Treasure Cruise here. Just Shimmer. Okay, so they're just looking for a land. Yeah, next turn is going to be rough. I wish I had Praetor's Grasp to cast, because then they would have like one Tendrils left in deck that they could hit. But what can you do? They missed a land. That's something. We also draw a Rot Farm. So I think I can go for it next turn, right? I could also hit Duress here. No! Summer Bloom! You're one! Oh, you're just barely. Anyway, we're going to Chain Lightning them, get their life total lower. Then we get to go Rot Farm. Replay Vivid Meadow. Play Vivid Meadow. And this is just going to be Sadistic Sacrament plus Summer Bloom. And hope they have not hit Tendrils yet. I don't see them going for it, though. Okay. Alright. Do your worst, opponent. Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual. They have 7-8 mana. They've used Gitaxian Probe. And they've not used Frantic Search or Treasure Cruise yet. A Cruel Bargain. Down to 6. They only have 4 mana left. So the play here is they've Cruel Bargain. They can Frantic Search if they're missing land drops. Or if they're looking for mana. Otherwise they can Treasure Cruise. But if they miss on a Ritual off Treasure Cruise, then they're in a really rough spot. I think they're fine. They have so many cards in hand. But it is possible that they just whiff on spells. Rituals, I mean. I don't think they've used the other Gitaxian Probe. But maybe they did. Another thing they could do is just go land go. Or like land duress go would be pretty good. Okay, well, the Dark Ritual signals that I'm probably dead. Yeah, I think Praetor's Grasp was my mistake. They Treasure Cruise with 4 mana left. So they can just go probe Tendrils if they have it. Yep, go down to 4, cast Tendrils, I die. That's sweet. I think a bit of a misplay from me. And unfortunate sequencing. If I had Summer Bloom instead of Explore, would have been pretty nice. Although if I die here, it doesn't matter. I'm going to pop out the chat. If they have it, they're going to say something. If they don't have it, then they don't have it. They're just going to duress my Sacrament. Okay. I can work with that. I can work with that. So Cruel Bargain is gone. Frantic Search is gone. I believe Treasure Cruise is gone. And they have to rebuild a Storm Count from 7 cards in hand. Seems good. Pikefield Hazard can put him down to 3. So let's... Unfortunately, I can't cast Collected Conjuring, but I can Pieces of the Puzzle into discard here. I didn't. Elegant Recovery, and I guess we're just going to cast Summer Bloom here and hope they can't kill me next turn, and we're just going to play a bunch of lands. Alright. Cast Summer Bloom. Hope for the best. Play this. Bounce the Vivid Land. Play the Vivid Land, play this, play this. Last turn. Hope they can't kill me. They're at 4 life. I can Balaged Recovery and or Collected Conjuring to get there. But they do have a very full hand here. It's effectively 9 cards with Chromatic Star. Yeah, I think if I just cast Praetor's Grasp, this game would be over. Because I think they whiffed because they couldn't find Tendrils. They Brainstorm. You don't normally want to lead with Brainstorm. Because you put the cards back on top. Unless their hand is so insane that it doesn't matter. But I imagine we are dying here. The nice thing is they can only cast 1 Gitaxian Probe. Although I guess that's all that's left in their deck, right? Yeah, never mind. That's not nice. 10 mana. 4 Storm Count. I mean... Yeah, unless their deck is really, really sketchily built, they should just win. They might only have 2 Tendrils in the whole deck, though. They go to 2 with Gitaxian Probe. They see that I'll be able to get them next turn. So if I had a decision early on where I decided to get mana for Sadistic Sacrament instead of Collected Conjuring, and they discarded my Sacrament, so I didn't get to cast Conjuring this turn. Ooh, they go to 1. I have Tendrils. Alright, GG's opponent. That was very close. Yeah, but they could have just decided to duress my collected Conjuring instead of the Sacrament. Because if I played a Boilerworks, and I have like Vivid Meadow, Golgari Rot Farm, Boilerworks in play then, so I couldn't have cast the Sacrament. I'm not sure which would have ended up being better. It felt like having the guaranteed eat all their win conditions would have been nice. It is what it is. This was a sweet deck. Great playing against the opponent. It's fun that I faced Storm twice. I think with a bit of tweaking, this deck could be a favorite against Storm. Like maybe some main deck duress. I really like your stuff, especially Vintage Cube. Thank you. So I'm going to keep tweaking this deck. It felt better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a meme, but like the Sadistic Sacrament off Conjuring was really strong. So this is going to be a conclusion now. What do we like? I think the deck, it's close. The things I didn't like is how all of our lands enter tapped. And it felt like if I did not draw a bounce land, then my hand was pretty bad. It's possible I would like to play even more bounce lands and more Summer Blooms, because that would mitigate the problem of like, oh man, I don't have Explorer Summer Bloom. So that's one avenue to go. The other is, especially if Storm keeps being as popular as it seems to be, I played against it twice, you could bring in main deck Duress, or maybe even Agonizing Remorse instead, or a main deck Sadistic Sacrament to just get them. Like if you just hit Sadistic Sacrament, you can probably just win the game post board at least. And with Pieces of the Puzzle and Collected Conjuring, we're like pretty likely to get there. Rampage felt okay. The Vindicates felt a little clunky, but maybe good. Slag Storm felt necessary in pretty much every matchup. And I feel like you could also go down in Pieces of the Puzzle, but it might just be too good to get rid of. And Timely, so maybe something like one Timely Reinforcements, and then we bring in Agonizing Remorse to be pre-boarded a bit against a combo matchup. Anyway, that's the idea. I'm going to keep tuning with this deck. I think the mana base and like the Summer Bloom Explore package is what needs the most fixing, because it basically, if you can cast one Collected Conjuring with this deck, you're in a very good position. So we need to make our deck so that we can do that. Like having untapped lands would be really helpful for that. So I'm going to see if I can get there. See you guys next time.